Welcome. I'm Kyle Kellams.
I'm Katy Henriksen.
I'm Evan McDonald, and welcome to Soundcheck at the Smoke Barrel.
This is our initial sound check.
Yes. Well, this is the greeting.
Yes. This is a sound check without a band.
Brand new
Right.
series.
Yes.
What is this series all about now?
Well, the idea is to bridge what you guys are doing at KUAF with the first listens and the band interactions that you guys have been doing so well, and kind of do a live version on the days that we've got a show that night. You know, we're going to have a band in. We're going to film the load in. We're going to film maybe a couple of sound check songs, maybe a B-side, maybe a cover, and they're going to sit down and talk to one of us.
What I like about this series, one thing I like about it, is that when we're at the KUAF studios, our setup is a certain way, and it works really well for acoustic sounds.
Right.
This opens up where we can have really loud, plugged-in things, and they are going to sound really great here.
Exactly.
It's opening up new avenues for us, I think.
Yeah, it's louder than you can definitely get in the studio.
Yeah.
For sure.
Although I've attempted to have some.
You have some loud bands in the studio. Yeah.
But this just gives us more
Give us
range.
more space, right?
I think it's safe to say now there probably isn't a local band or musician we couldn't have between Firm & Gardner Performance Studio or Smoke
Now we
Barrel.
can showcase everything.
Right.
Everything. What about, talk about the music scene in our area. Have a few words, anything?
You know,
It's varied. It's
it's
very
incredibly
diverse.
varied. I was thinking about that as I was driving over here, and it's really hard for me to describe what the scene is, other than I think it's, because I haven't lived anywhere else in my adult life. I haven't lived in Charlotte. I haven't lived in, I don't know, Lexington, Kentucky, or Louisville, so I can't compare it to other places. But what I do think it is here is it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Formative. If you're a young musician of any type, or not even so young, there are a lot of people, collaborative.
Right.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of envy or drama.
I think it's one of those things. It's from the university affords us fresh blood every single year, unceasing. Mm-hmm. You know that next year a new crop of students are going to come up. Some of them are going to be musicians. Some of them are going to stay once they've graduated. They're going to have an effect. They're going to be bringing things from other towns, other countries.
But you can still have the people, whether it's the Kates,
Absolutely.
or Lee and the Mojo Doctors,
Right.
or Three Penny Acre, who are here
There's a long-standing tradition
of
that's
supporting
here.
live music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is a music town.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're on an upswing too, because I'm from Fayetteville, and I grew up here, and then I went away to New York City, which is obviously a very live
very
music
definition of
capital.
eclectic.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I came back, it seemed like a little bit slow, but now it seems like there's so much going on. There's so many new bands all the time. I can't even keep track of it.
Well, if you dig in, I mean, it's not just folk or country or rock. You got guys like the One-Ups, and I don't know what you would use to describe them, but they're tremendously fun
Right.
and incredibly talented and serious about what they do.
Well, then you've got, and then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got something like Phones. I mean, it is an envelope pushing band, and you've got something that's so approachable as the One-Up. So, because it's video game music. You're at some point you're going to recognize one of those
Right.
songs,
Right.
and then you've got Phones, which will just blow the lid off.
What I love about Soundcheck at Smoke and Barrel is that although there's all this music here in Northwest Arkansas, not everybody who likes music knows about all the bands.
Exactly.
And this is another way to, because I know people who still haven't seen, who never saw Cletus because they just didn't know where to go to find out about them.
Right. And that's one of the things we've been trying to do here ever since we opened. It's always been about an eclectic lineup. The idea is, that I jokingly say that at least one night of the weekend we're gonna piss you off. Thursday's gonna be different from Friday, which is different from Saturday. So there's always gonna be something that you're gonna like. There's always gonna be something you're probably not gonna like, but somebody else is. And the idea is that eclecticism is the key to freshness.
Right.
Is the key to stay.
I like that.
To stay.
I'm kind of the same with my classical music programming. I realize that sometimes I'll play something that's not for everyone, but I
Right,
like
but-
to put everything into the mix.
Exactly.
So.
Well, and something else is that, and this is also it's only semi-serious. You never remember the good camping trips. You always remember the bad.
They're the easiest to remember.
The good ones.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like that with an ongoing music venue. If you're putting out one consistent product, eventually you're just part of the forest.
Right.
You know, but if you piss somebody off once a weekend, they're gonna be like, oh, that time we were at the Smoking Barrel and there was that band that made me mad, you know, and they're gonna remember. And you're gonna want to, because it makes the times that you loved the band that much sweeter.
You play music. You host Of Note and Sunday Symphony on KUAF. Mine's a little less tangible. I love music and always have. So I think that's one thing we have in common about this series too.
Absolutely. No, I think there's I think there's an instant camaraderie because we all appreciate what this town has to offer.
You know, we're going to have the bands. They're going to
Yes.
play something, then a little bit different. But we're also going to ask them a question or two.
Absolutely.
You know,
No,
one of these.
I think the interview is going to be the real core of this thing. I think both of you have such an experience already, and because it's local, you have a relationship with the band, so you're able to kind of cut past that initial, like, well, how did you form, you know, that kind of thing, and you're able to get more to the process, to their particular rituals and you know, and things that they do for these songs. I think it's going to be a real special thing.
I'm Kyle Kellams.
I'm Katy Henriksen.
And I'm Evan McDonald. You can find further information on Facebook, on the KUAF website, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for Fossils of Ancient Robots. 1 week. 1 week. We'll see you next Saturday for Fossils of Ancient Robots.
Good times.
Keep that.
times.
Keep that. That was awesome. That was great.
All right.